If you kill them before any interaction happens, I'm ending the campaign.
No, we already started kids and stuff.
We shall not be murder hobos this day.
Please don't, guys. I will bring the Lorax and he will kill you all.
I am not a murder hobo.
You're just a hobo.
I mean, if you oh my god, yes. But if you consider how she joined this expedition in the first place, you're not wrong. She literally just fell asleep on the wrong cart.
I'm sorry, how are you not a murder hobo?
Murder hobo. I don't kill that many people.
You are the definition. You have killed, and you are a hobo.
Wait, has Tahirih killed anyone yet?
Only some goblins.
Yeah.
And I befriended all of the wolves instead of murdering them. That is the opposite of murder hobo.
That's true.
Well, that would be poacher hobo.
Anyway.
I'm here all week.
Void, I see you there, darling. Light Void is just watching me and they're like, oh, Paige. And I'm like, yeah. This is my group. This is my group of fucking chaos children.
I don't normally play chaotic characters, so
I am not being chaotic.
When I do,
no, Ace, you just get abandoned by people you trust,
and then I hunt them down.
Ryan is chaotic. Anodyne, I believe, is at least neutral good. Maybe lawful.
I just go back into high school Sarah, who was chaos incarnate. I haven't experienced that in quite a few years.
Meanwhile, we have Talos, who is now currently emo robo.
I'm gonna go put my fudge up before I get diabetes, so I will be right back.
Yes.
Diabetes.
But no, Sarah, I thought you'd appreciate that.
I think that's amazing and so accurate. I love that Ren is Skipper too, because it's Ren's like, do you think we should do this?
Like, any of the penguins are chaotic.
No, it's more like, Tahirih, I had an idea. Are you in? Aye, aye, sir. What's the idea? Hell if I know.
Who's Rico then?
Who can shove everything in their mouth?
And is obsessed with explosions.
I actually kind of want to assume Anodyne.
We just haven't emerged yet.
The suggestion has not came across his path, so he hasn't had the opportunity.
Sorry, did you say cast suggestion?
Also, that would have to probably mean that Kowalski would be Ace.
Wait a second, I'm a cleric. I can pray for different spells every day.
Did you just realize that?
Yes.
Roll for deception.
No.
A whole bag tonight.
But also...
Just don't throw the bag at us, please.
Here's the strange thing. Of all of my characters, Tahirih's the one that doesn't drink.
Maybe the drinking keeps you from being chaotic?
I think it's the juice that makes it chaotic.
I already have my prepared giant cup of hot chocolate.
Ooh.
Bring me the juice. Paige. Please. We are ready for you, mistress.
Let me get my notes up. My non-existent notes. Let me get them up.
A Xanax may help also.
I fucking wish. I'd kill for some drugs right now.
That
Drugs.
Drugs.
Drugs. Drugs.
You.
You okay?
Alright. Alright.
I will make a character off of that sound.
You already have made several characters.
Drugs.
Diving in. Last time we played, you guys arrived outside of the Sleeping Giant Tavern, where I read to you all this little bit. The Sleeping Giant is a ramshackle taproom at the east end of town. 4 human ruffians linger on the covered porch, perched on empty ale barrels or leaning against the wall. They all wear grimy scarlet cloaks, their sullen stares fixed on you as you approach. One of the thugs spits to the ground. Well, well. Here's a whole pack of little puppies. What do you want, puppies? Come here to bark at us? Oh my fucking god, Sarah.
She's dressed like an old man with a beard.
That's
Aw.
not weird. We were talking about-
This is as close as I could get.
we need the hood where you pull it over, and it's the beard.
I was actually gonna go get one because I have one in the closet. But it's okay.
Why do you keep your beard in the closet, Sarah?
I was at the cloak actually, but okay.
Paige, I apologize
The hoodie works.
for everybody. Just it's gonna be that.
I'm gonna roll a probability roll of a Tarask just appearing.
Oh, what?
Please don't. That's okay. You can put away the dice now.
You know, I'm actually okay with the rock probability.
If I roll a 5 or if I roll below a 5 or something. Because you
I
can do
roll-
that on D100s.
I rolled a 5 exactly.
No, I rolled a 98. Y'all are good.
Damn,
I'm glad I
No Tarask today.
the day is early.
Okay, this is how I'm gonna keep y'all on track. Every time you break campaign, I roll the Tarask roll.
Oh.
I'm okay with that.
If that's the only thing that's gonna bring me joy and keep y'all in check, I'm gonna do it.
I don't break campaign. I break DM. There's difference. No, don't do it. Put it away. Stop it.
47, you're fine. Okay. So, you guys are standing outside of the Sleeping Giant. On one of the porches are 4 bandits. From the look of their red tattered cloaks, you assume that these are the Red Brand ruffians. What do you all want to do? You can approach the bandits or just ignore them and head straight into the bar.
Are we all together?
I assumed that you all have caught up with one another now.
Okay.
Because yeah, when we ended,
I can't remember where Ren and Tahirih went, but I know that Anodyne, Ace, and Talos just proceeded on to the tavern.
because yeah, last time remember when we ended, all of us were outside the building. So yeah, we're pretty much together.
Yeah.
Yuri definitely ends up looking still in the full disguise. You know, child from House Moving Castle. Just kind of goes, "They found me," and then we'll go into the bar.
Huh?
The
You'll
Tahirih
go
kind of looks at everyone and kind of glares around. "They found me," and then goes inside.
Anodyne's gonna look around for the aforementioned pups.
You lost, buddy?
Ren, is he talking to us?
Think so.
I just fucking realized your background.
Mine or wait, mine?
Yes, yours.
What do you think we're comparing ourselves to the penguins from Madagascar?
No, she had gotten up at that point.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you know, I'm just waiting for Ren to turn around and say, "Rico!" So I sort of walk over behind a corner.
Ren's gonna roll intimidation to like do the whole thing. Gonna try being bravado. He's gonna try it back. Nothing violent. Just like they stare us down. I'm gonna stare them down.
Talos is going to help. He is large robot man, and his eyes can glow brighter.
Alright, so Ren, you get advantage
Okay.
for that roll.
That was good because I'm gonna.
I'm trying to remember insight. I'm trying to remember an insight is wisdom or intelligence?
Insight is wisdom.
Okay.
Okay.
So the leader of these four guys is going to try to insight you.
Thank you for that advantage.
That is a 15.
I rolled an 18 plus my 4, so I have a 22.
22.
Thank you for the first roll.
He's kind of taken aback from you for a moment. He'll just grit his teeth and go back to sitting on the empty ale barrel and just is ignoring you now.
And with that, I will scoot on inside after the bearded one.
All right.
Which I'm sure because I know Ace figured it out, but I was out of sight when I switched, so I'm sure everyone only recognized me because I'm still being followed by a giant fucking wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna follow Ren and just like smile and like, hello, hi, how's it going?
Mm-hmm.
Talos follows in after. His head his head just kind of, very robotically just turns to look at them, just keeping it, just watching them as he walks in the door.
So you guys just head inside the tavern?
Yes.
Alright. This is a ramshackled, like, fucking dive bar that you'll walk into. Everyone, the few patrons sitting here just look grimy and grizzled. There's no music playing. And you see standing behind the bar counter is just this grizzled dwarven woman.
Go and sit directly at the bar.
She kind of eyes at you. Can I get for you?
Why, yes, I would like a nice cup of hot chocolate, please.
We don't serve hot chocolate here.
I see. That's disappointing. Then a glass of water and some information.
Water's free, but information will cost you. She slams a cup onto the counter and she starts pouring, obviously, fucking tap water into the glass for you.
I heard there was a carpenter asshole causing all sorts of trouble for the group.
What group you talking about?
Red brands. Want to buy around, or the people who dealt with this loudmouth son of a bitch.
Make a persuasion roll.
Okay.
I gotta see if this girl has. I have to see if this woman has stats or not. I don't think she does. No, I'm just gonna guess.
8. I rolled really fucking low.
I haven't seen your face before, so you best watch your mouth when talking about the red brands. And she'll just scoot the water to you and then walk away.
I was talking okay.
And when you had mentioned the red brands, a couple of people lifted their heads up to look at you. If you take a glance at them, they have the same red tattered cloaks. And they're just sneering at you.
Mystery. Watson? What's the whiskey?
Ren makes his way across to the bar and overhears that and then looks down to be like, what's the plan, Sherlock?
Well, son, I was trying to buy around for the people who would deal with this troublemaker carpenter. She just kind of looks around to see if anyone's like interested. Just like, but no one's biting.
Well, Dad, I guess you might have to be a little more convincing. Barkeep, how much would it cost to buy everyone here around?
Grista, you'll finally see that she has a old ass nameplate on pinned to her apron. Her name's Grista. She looks up at you. 5 gold pieces.
All right, I'll give you 10 if you give everyone around. And tell us who's in charge of these fine men.
Make a persuasion roll.
Got something cut there, Anodyne?
A fire whiskey if you have it.
I actually have some fire whiskey in my fucking cabinet.
You said persuasion, yes?
Yes.
I rolled a 14.
Should we tourist opinion or?
Yeah, 14. She starts pouring. She'll take the 10 gold. She starts pouring the rounds, and then the glass of fire whiskey for you, Anodyne.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much, just that it's this wizard who runs the Red Rats.
Wizard, though? Okay, that's interesting. Thank you. He hands the gold over. Looks down to dear old Dad. We got their drinks. We got a wizard. Now what?
Where can we find this wizard? We might have a job for him.
Nobody has jobs for the wizard. The wizard's the one who gives out the jobs.
Well, I mean, we did kind of just mosey into town. We could, use some employment. I did just lose 10 gold.
Look, Sonny. You want my advice? Take the advice I've given you and get out.
I appreciate the advice.
Yeah, you get the feeling like this is the most information you're gonna get from Grista.
Alright.
And the 2 red brands who had looked over are watching both of you now.
Gotcha.
Are watching 3 of you since Anodyne is up there with you drinking fire whiskey.
Yes.
I don't know if you can see it past the giant mustache beard, but Tahirih looks up at Ren and has just like a devious smile.
In the meantime, Ace, Talos, what are y'all doing? Are you guys inside the tavern as well?
Babysitter.
Ace is inside the tavern, but he's kind of blending in the back just to keep an eye on if there's gonna be needing any help.
Also, Nate, you okay? If you're tired, you don't have to stay here.
Oh, I'm good. Ow.
Waking up.
My neck. Sorry. Oh, I'm good. My brain's slowly catching up. Talos is kind of leaning near the door. He's kind of watching the whole of the bar, waiting for a signal to hit someone with something.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Anodyne, by the way, shot. He'll sort of like shake it off, be like, spicy, and then ask for another from Grista.
2 gold pieces.
3 gold pieces on the counter.
I'm really giving you the shot, just to let you know. And she'll hand you the shot of fire whiskey and take the 3 gold pieces.
Well, we got what we wanted, I believe.
Anodyne, just make me a con save since you've taken 2 shots of fire whiskey in a row.
Yeah.
And since fire whiskey is strong.
So
You said
early in the morning, too.
con save?
Yeah.
9.
Your throat is burning. Whatever brand of fire whiskey this is, you get the feeling it's probably homemade, most likely illegal. So it just burns.
That's the good stuff.
So, it's not going to affect you in any way, shape, or form for battle, but for the next 3 minutes, your throat is going to feel like it's just burning.
Do you guys have any need for healing?
Lay off the Marlboros, dude.
It's the fire whiskey. It's stuck right there with, between the inn and the town. I needed some hair on my chest today anyway.
You have a feeling that would burn the hair off your chest.
Yeah, likely.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
He'll sort of like do one of these for Grista. Do you guys need any healing or anything here? I'm a cleric of sorts, and I'm just passing through. So if you require any, I'm happy to help you out.
You stay here any longer, you're gonna be the one who needs healing. And she nods to the 2 red brands that are eyeing all 3 of you.
Can I insight check them
Go ahead.
with how my roll?
I mean, they're not hiding the fact that they're looking at you guys.
Oh yeah, 16.
They're kind of suspicious that they seem suspicious that you're asking about them. Because they have never seen you guys before.
Okay, I'm gonna go sit at their table.
Okay. You walk over. You sit at their table.
Well, hello, Sonnies. How are we all doing this evening?
Fuck you, one old man.
There.
Give her the grave.
Couldn't help but notice you, staring us down.
Yeah, 'cause you go around fucking asking about us. We ain't ever seen you before.
As I said, I only wanted to congratulate those who beat the shit out of that carpenter until he was no longer breathing. Good work.
So you heard about that.
Oh yeah, it's all around town. Sounds like some good fisticuffs. Lots of fun.
At least the fucking town knows they need to stay in their place.
Yeah. Curious about the wife and child, though. Children just kinda disappeared. Think people would be way more scared if they knew what happened to those fuckers.
Second.
You kids don't know their place. The jungle gym.
Yeah, it is a damn shame. Well, no one knows what happened to them.
Are they being honest with me?
Make an insight check.
Meanwhile, Anodyne has sort of like is just sort of like supporting himself on the bar, but like keeping an eye on the old man and the dog.
Only a 12. It's where I pull a Crowley and just yell at my dice, roll better!
Because there were 2 of them there, I rolled with advantage. Because obviously his buddy would help him. I rolled a 16.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
So you don't know?
No fucking clue.
Disappeared into the night.
For all we know, they fucked off out of town.
Weird. Super weird. Any chance I can talk to your boss? Apparently we're looking for some work.
Nobody talks to the boss.
Then how do you get work?
I'm trying so hard not to have them roll initiative on you because this is not the encounter. God damn it. You're making this hard.
At this point, Ren actually crosses from the bar and puts his hand on Dad's shoulder, going, "Hey, we have that meeting to get to. Best we leave these guys alone. We bought them drinks."
Oh, yes. Alcoholics Anonymous. We should go.
If you want work, you wait for one of us to seek you out, just to let you know. You don't come asking for it.
Thanks for the advice. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the drinks we bought. And, Dad, as you said, I guess Alcohol Anonymous is waiting. Kind of tugs
Let's
gently on
go.
his shoulder.
Bye, fair people.
Yeah, fuck off.
When you guys need healing, just ask for Anodyne, and I'm gonna walk out.
Alright, so you head out of the bar, Anodyne?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm trying to lead the old man towards the door, gently.
Alright. So you guys are making your way out as well?
Yes.
Alright. What about Ace and Talos?
Ace will be heading out.
I'll also wait for everyone else to get to the door before turning to leave.
Alright. Alright, as you guys head back out into the street, you see those same 4 ruffians waiting for you.
Well, hello there, Sonny. How are we this evening?
Time for you to move on, strangers. Give us your stuff and be on your way.
No thanks, I need my stuff.
Ah, come on, Grandpa. You could probably let off something. Perhaps that nice little coin purse you've got right there.
Coin purse? No, his name is Bob. I'll point to the wolf.
Listen, we overheard you asking around about us in there. So just give us some payment and we won't beat you up.
No, I said his name is Bob.
Do any of you want to react before Tahirih gets punched?
Ren slides up in front of Tahirih and goes, "Hey, we actually just bought some rounds on you guys. They're all inside. Don't know if anyone inside told you. We were also told if you guys have work to look for us. We are totally down for that. Dad's a little off the meds today. Sorry."
Hey,
I scream like the whole man eating pudding. Oh, no.
onto applesauce.
At this point, Ren gestures to the man eating the applesauce behind him, which he's just like, "Wait, where'd that come from?"
That's a 13, y'all. Cutting it close. Alright. The bandit turns to look at you, Ren. Save yourself the embarrassment for trying to protect this little shrimp here and just hand over your coin purses and we'll let you be on your way.
That's rude.
I would like to do an intimidate.
Anodyne is like unholstering his boomerang and just sort of like
Roll an intimidation check, Talos.
gauging the heft.
18.
What are you trying to do? How are you trying to intimidate this guy?
But he just kind of moves towards them and is like being big and tall. And he kind of his eyes kind of glow a little bit brighter. Move aside.
So the first guy is scared of you. The three others take that as a threat, and all three of them attack you, Talos.
Can we roll initiative yet?
Mm,
After these attacks, I'm sure.
actually, it doesn't count as a surprise round, but they will attack you. So you're not surprised at all. They don't get like any extra damage or anything. After these three attacks, we will roll for initiative.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they do get multi-attack, but I'll say they all only get one attack for this round.
Gotcha.
So the first guy, that's a natural 20.
Oh, goody.
Fuck.
There's no extra natural 20.
I just rolled another natural 20, but it jumped out of the fucking tray.
Yikes.
I'm gonna re-roll that one. No, that one's only an 8. Plus 4 is 12. I doubt that hits. Last one is a 15. Alright, so only the natural 20 hits.
You whacked me good though.
Yeah. Let me get out the fucking dice. It's gonna be 2d6 plus 2 piercing damage with the short sword. That is 8 points of piercing damage. As he somehow manages to jab his short sword right in between two of your plates of your Warforged buildup, and kind of slashes a couple wires. Not a lot to do a lot of critical damage, but he got you.
He did indeed. He did
All right. I need everyone to now roll initiative.
Roll better.
15.
No, that's the opposite.
Wait until I ask you guys for the rolls, please.
Okay.
Wait, because you're being a bitch. I'm gonna use the hot pink one.
Piper.
All right. 25 to 20. Ace, what did you get?
22.
22? 20 to 15. Talos, what did you get?
16.
Anodyne, what did you get?
15.
What's your dexterity plus?
My initiative mod is +2.
Okay, I'm gonna need to do a roll off because all the bandits got 15 as well.
Okay. Ooh.
I got a 4.
I rolled an 8 on the die, so
Alright, so Anodyne, you will go before the 4 bandits.
yay.
Alright, 15 to 10. Tahirih?
10.
Alright. And Ren, what did you get?
I got a 6.
Got a
Yay.
It wasn't a nat 1.
All
That's all
right.
that matters.
Alright. Top of the initiative round is Ace.
Alright. Seeing that these guys are attacking Talos, I'll go for the closest one and I'll probably deck him.
You're just gonna punch him?
No, just punch him.
Okay. Roll me an attack. And are you doing lethal or non-lethal? I will ask for this in a counter.
Non-lethal. And with unarmed strike, I think it's just 1 plus strength modifier. So it'll be. Oh, wait, no, that's just the damage. Okay, never mind. So I guess it's just a natural 20, I think. Oh, wait, no, there we go. 8.
That is not enough.
Alright. I think I'll use action surge.
Okay.
$18.
Alright, 18 does hit. And
So-
what is your strength modifier?
It'll be a +4, so 5.
So you do 5 points of non-lethal damage on that guy. Yeah, you crack your fist across his jaw, and he had already been spitting at the ground before, but now he spits out some blood. Anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
Nah.
All right, Talos, you are up.
I have been stabbed.
Yep.
I am displeased by this. I would like to take my fancy, gnarled-looking morning star and wax the guy who stabbed me in the face.
For lethal or non-lethal damage, I will ask that now.
We'll go with non-lethal.
All right, roll me an attack. And this is the same guy that Ace just punched.
21.
21 does. Jesus fucking Christ, that hits. Okay. Roll me damage.
13.
You knock him out. He is now on the ground, unconscious, but not dead.
And as a bonus action, I will use Searing Smite for when I attack next time.
Okay, so see, the morning star, the metal bits start to glow a bright red. And I will just let you know now, for Searing Smite damage, that will not be non-lethal.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can roll when you roll your regular weapon damage, that will be non-lethal, but the Searing Smite damage they roll separately is not going to be non-lethal.
Okay.
Because you're going to be burning their flesh.
Yeah. Okay.
Just letting you know.
Okay.
Alright. Up next, Anodyne. One of the guys is knocked out on the ground. 2 others have their short swords ready. One, until it gets to his turn, looks like he just pissed his pants because the Warforged approached him.
Is the door to the bar open or shut?
It's shut.
Okay. I'm going to pull out my shield, stand in front of the door, in case people try to come through it. And then I'm going to cast Word of Radiance at one of the short sword people.
Alright, what does Word of Radiance do?
It is an evocation cantrip.
Okay.
They need to make a will save of 14.
For what ability?
Sorry, con save.
Con save?
Yeah. Or take 1d6 radiant damage.
They only get a +1. They rolled a 7, so 8.
Yay! I'm probably not going to roll very high. Just.
Alright.
I rolled a 1. They take 1 radiant damage.
And because you didn't call it, that counts as lethal damage.
But I will say.
But it's only 1 point, so.
Yeah, and I will say, attacking the elderly, that's just in poor taste.
You little shits. Alright. Bandit number 1 isn't disposed of. So, he's on the ground unconscious. Number 2, though, just got hit with the Word of Radiance. So, what's his movement? You are all very close together, between 5 to 10 feet apart. So he's gonna look at you, Anodyne, kind of sidestep around. So I would say Ace would get an attack of opportunity because he was not directly in front of Talos, but he would be passing Ace. So Ace, you get an attack of opportunity on this guy.
All right. Unarmed strike. 15.
15 does hit.
And 5.
All right, and I assume you're doing non-lethal.
Yep.
Okay. So you get a good whack on him with a punch, but he's still standing. He goes to Anodyne. He's gonna make a multi-attack at you, Anodyne, with a short sword.
Okay.
First attack is a 12.
Does not hit.
Alright, second attack. No, that's even worse. That's a 7.
That also does not hit.
Alright, so he's trying to swing at you, but you just keep blocking each hit with your shield.
And I'm also just like staring at him like,
Alright.
why are you
Alright.
attacking the guy with a shield?
Bandit number 3 shakes himself out of his fucking terror and is angry because the fucking elderly gnome was being a little shit. So instead of going to attack the Warforged, he's gonna go and attack the gnome. The gnome. Because he's right in front of you. So first attack to Tahirih. That is a 16.
Pretty sure that hits. My thing is being weird. Oh, it left the character sheet. Yes, my armor class is 13.
Alright, so that hits?
Yep.
Alright, you take 8 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Second attack.
Yep.
That is only an 11.
That misses.
Alright. So he's able to get one good stab on you.
Ow.
And as it stabs through, try to roll me a deception check to see if you can keep up your disguised self.
I mean, it's not concentration. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Well, it's still, just roll me a deception and I'm gonna roll an insight to see if he can tell that you're in a disguise.
13. I think disguise.
No, he rolled a 5. Because usually when people are close enough and they attack, they can tell that it's a spell.
Right, but the DC for it. It's my spell DC, which is 14.
He failed anyway.
Yeah.
I'm a dumbass, okay? This is why I don't DM.
No, there's different ways to do it. However you want to do it is fine.
There's only 4 billion rules in this game.
I know, right?
Yeah. 4 billion rooms and everyone tries to exploit them. I'm sorry, what?
Huh?
Alright. Number 4 is going to attack Ren, because Ren, you're standing right next to Tahirih.
Okay.
Alright. So the way I'm seeing it is that there's 4 of you up front. Ace, Talos, Tahirih, Ren, and then there's Anodyne who's holding up the rear.
Yeah.
The guy in front of Ace is knocked the fuck out. The one in between Tahirih and Talos attacked Tahirih, and then there's one that's next to him that's gonna attack you, Ren.
Okay.
And then there's one that Anodyne's dealing with. So first attack, that is only a 12.
Nope.
Second is a natural 20.
Yep.
Okay. You're gonna take 2d6 plus 2 piercing damage.
No.
You take 11 points of piercing damage. No, wait. No. 9 points of piercing damage. I read that wrong. You're good.
You almost put me into that, oh shit, I need to actually care moment.
No, I read that as that I rolled a 9. I only rolled 7.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I am a dumbass. I should not be a DM.
No, you're doing fine.
Okay. Alright, so that is the end of number 4. Up next is Tahirih.
Tahirih.
You have been stabbed.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna do one thing, but I just got stabbed. Ow! And I pull out my club and I try to kneecap him.
First off, where the fuck did you get a club?
It's in my equipment.
I didn't remember seeing that there, but okay.
It's in my equipment. It's one of my starting equipment.
Oh no.
Roll me an attack, and are you doing lethal or non-lethal damage?
Non-lethal. That's why I'm kneecapping.
Okay. Death by kneecapping, though. That would be interesting.
That,
When I said I was taking your kneecaps, I mean I'm taking your kneecaps.
that's what happens if you don't bring Baby Yoda his chicken nuggies. He goes for the kneecaps.
17.
That hits. Roll me damage.
Force pulls them out of your knees. Yike.
2 whole points of damage.
That's better than nothing.
I will break your kneecaps, bitch. Whack!
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
Where's the guy who's knocked out?
He is laying on the ground next to the guy you just whacked.
Okay, then never mind.
Okay. All right, Ren, it is your turn. You got stabbed.
I did. I'm going to continue the tradition, I guess, of unarmed striking them for non-lethal damage.
All right, roll me an attack.
Do. Come on, do the thing. That's right. 17.
That hits.
Okay. And how does the damage work for unarmed?
It is your strength modifier.
Oh, okay, my strength modifier. So that's a 3.
I think strength modifier +1. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay, yeah. It is a 4 damage.
All right, 4 points of damage.
Blam.
Alrighty. And if you had a negative strength modifier, it's just an automatic 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Duly noted.
Yep. Alrighty, that is the end of the round. Top of the round, Ace. You knocked your boy out, and you got a good swing on the one going to Anodyne. You got 2 options. You can turn around and whack the one at Anodyne, or there's the one that's in front of Talos and Tahirih. Which way you going?
Did I see the did I see the guy who stabbed Tahirih?
Yes, you did.
Did he steal it?
Yes.
Fuck.
All right. Roll me an attack. Did you crit?
I fucking grit, bitch.
So that is 10 points of damage automatically.
He comes in with
He-
a fucking haymaker.
Yeah, you crack him right in the nose. You see him go cross-eyed, and he's kind of, it's like fucking Mortal Kombat. He's kind of teetering right now. He's in finish him mode. He's still standing, but he's in finish him mode.
Damn, I wish I still had my accent surge.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
No. I should be fine.
All right. Talos.
Okay, so there's a guy wibble wobbling.
Yeah.
How are the other 2 looking? Are they looking? One's in
The one in front of Ren, looks closer to full health. The one behind Joe, dealing with Anodyne, is looking a little beaten, but definitely not close to death. He's like more of the mid range.
So the healthiest that is near Ren,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to whack.
Alright, he's 10 feet away from you, because it goes to Tahirih and Ren.
I'm going to adjust myself to be within whacking range.
Alright, you are leaving the range of the one who is teetering. So even though he's kind of, he's gonna try and stab you. I'm giving him only 1 attack since he is near death.
Yeah,
That is only an 8.
that is a new.
He misses. So you make your way downtown, walking fast. You have your morning star. Are you going to whack?
Whack.
Alright. Just to warn ya, that searing strike damage is lethal. And if it's the searing strike damage that finishes him, it's gonna kill him.
Yeah, okay. That's a 19 to hit.
That hits. Roll me your morning star damage.
Morning Star 12.
That would knock him unconscious. Your searing strike damage.
A million.
1.
I'm going to roll myself a d20 since it was only a 1 and see if he's unconscious or dead.
Slightly.
He is unconscious.
Okay,
He is
good.
slightly singed, but unconscious. If I rolled a 10 or below, that would have killed him.
Is he the one who started this whole thing?
No, the one who started this whole thing is the one who's fucking teetering like Mortal Kombat.
Awesome.
It's just like, yeah, no.
Alright, so we have 2 guys unconscious on the ground.
One ever so slightly toasted.
Yeah. Alright, Anodyne, you are up next, and you have a bandit in front of you who's trying to whack you, but he just can't.
Aw. First of all, I've seen Talos, Tahirih, and has anyone else taken damage?
Ren has.
Ren?
Yeah.
From my vantage point, does anyone look more hurt than someone else?
Ren looks the most hurt right now.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Healing Word as a bonus
Okay.
action.
Okay?
And then I'm going to attack.
Alright, so go ahead and roll your points for Healing Word.
6.
Alrighty. You get 6 healing points back, Ren.
Aw.
And roll me your attack.
Yeah, joke. I'm attacking with my boomerang as
Okay.
like a
Blunt side. Okay.
yeah. So my attack was a 16.
That hits.
18.
That hits.
And cool.
And roll me damage.
4 damage, and I would do it non-lethally.
Okay. He's still up, but he's definitely, like, kind of starting to teeter.
Yeah. So instead of like throwing the boomerang and having it come back, I just like
Whack! you kind of go, whack! Like that. Since you have your shield up.
you're like a mole.
Alright, up next is the bandit that you just whacked. He doesn't like that you whacked him, so he's gonna attempt to stab you.
Okay. I still have my shield up.
That is only a 12 on the first one,
Oh, does that hit?
and that is a 16 on the second.
16 does not hit.
Alright, you are good.
Mhm.
Mortal Kombat dude. Fucking teetering and tottering, but the closest person to him. Actually, there's 2 people close to him. There's Tahirih, and then there's Ace. However, Tahirih has pissed him off. So he's gonna attack the gnome again. 21.
Yeah.
And that was a natural 19. Fuck. That is a 23.
Okay. Give him a damage.
Alright, 2d6 plus 4 since I'm rolling it all at once. 12 points of piercing damage.
I'm down.
Oh, God. And as you go down, your disguise self spell drops.
It does, yes.
Alright. So he's kind of startled as you go from this elderly gnome gentleman to this young halfling woman.
I love the eyebrows way too.
I had to use thicker eyebrows. It's more realistic that way.
It's just like, oh, I didn't realize the eyebrows were a thing.
Wow, I didn't know it did that.
Uh,
Alright. Tahirih, it is the start of your turn. I need you to make me a death saving throw.
the halo.
An 8 at the first
That
failure.
is a failure.
Yep.
Alright, Ren, it is now your turn.
The one who struck Tahiri, they are closer to her than me.
You are right next to her, so you can just I count diagonal reaches 5 feet.
Okay.
Finish her.
Yeah.
That's what I was actually thinking. I'm gonna, non-lethal just swing for killing my dad, who I'm apparently now surprised that my dad is actually a child that's a woman. You know, that I'll deal with that later in therapy. But yeah, I'm punching the guy who killed my dad.
Wait, Tahirih's down?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tahirih is down.
Oh, that's what the halo means.
Alright, roll me an attack, Ren.
Goodbye, all. See you all in therapy.
Apparently, I'm too distressed by my father's demise for I just rolled a nat 1.
Oh
Your father has become your mother.
And somehow is younger than me now. My entire world is shattered. I don't know what's going on
Father,
anymore.
become your sister.
no! You are so caught off guard by Tahirih actually going unconscious that it fucks with you as you go to punch this guy, and unfortunately you miss.
Yes. Let's see, can I do anything else? Yeah, no, you got that's it.
Alright. Top of the round, Ace. You just watched Tahirih go down.
Alright.
The guy that hit her is 10 feet away from you.
Let's see if I can do a clothesline.
Alright. So you're gonna rush towards him and clothesline him. Alright. Yeah. You move up 10 feet and roll me an attack.
23.
That hits! Yeah, and I already know you have 5 damage to do.
Yeah.
So you clothesline him and knock him unconscious. Alright. Talos, you are currently 15 feet away from the last living, last conscious bandit. But your little halfling acquaintance is down on the ground bleeding out.
I will go to the halfling and I will use lay on hands.
How much hands you laying on?
I will give them all 10 of the lay on the hands so that
Alright,
they're no longer doing the die.
Tahirih, you are saved from the die by 10 hands.
Yay, all 10 hands.
Yep.
As a robot, that might actually be a thing that you have.
I am not Asura yet. I don't put it past because like.
Alright. Up next, Anodyne. You watched the halfling go down. You started to panic. But then you watched the tall Warforged bring her back up. So you're like, okay,
Oh, that
I can
hurt.
deal with this fucker here. Would you like to deal with the last fucker standing?
Is the last fucker standing the one in front of me, or is...
Yes.
100%.
Okay.
I will heal wounds Talos. Ace hasn't been hit yet, right?
Ace has not been touched.
Okay, then yeah, Talos, healing word is a bonus action. You get 5 HP.
Alrighty.
And a whack attack. The dude.
Alright. Whack.
Ooh. Oh. I'm a little jarred as well because I rolled a 2, which is a
Unfortunately, that does not hit.
6 total.
Unfortunately,
So-
that does not hit. You were kind of in panic mode after seeing Tahirih go down. That even watching her go back up, you hesitated.
Hey, Wolf, want to help us out?
Wolf only goes on Tahiri's turn if she decides to give up her action.
Yeah,
Which Wolf has just been standing there.
I know. I'm like, bruh.
I
Concern
assume
at
he's
least
probably
looking
just
at her.
licking my face now.
Yeah.
Eating the... It looks like concern. He's lapping up the blood.
Yeah. And I once again forgot how many fucking rolls you had to achieve once he's your companion.
I have it written down in my notebook.
Okay.
I'm at 3 of 5.
Yeah. On the 5th success, he gets his own initiative.
Yay.
I can't remember if I said that before, but yeah, on the 5th success, he gets his own initiative. because fuck the Beastmaster archetype for Ranger. They fucked up by making them go on yours and making you give up your action. Okay. Up next is bandit number is the last standing bandit. He is going to disengage and run. So he is now 30 feet away from all of y'all, heading towards in the direction of where is it? Tresendar Manor, that huge building that's sitting up on the hillside.
Ah, yes. The place the Lorax spoke of.
All right, that is his turn. Tahirih.
I would like to sit up. The guy who's running, is it the guy who hit me?
No,
Oh.
the guy who hit you is unconscious on the ground in front of you.
She'll sit up, look at him and go, asshole, and Eldritch Blast.
I assume Eldritch Blast is gonna be lethal damage. Roll me an attack.
But I went down.
Cleric.
Clearly, my father turning into a child woman has changed her perspective on everything.
13.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
He's just running in this like.
You just miss.
It's like this like ball of like eldritch energy which sprouts and they're like, oh, fuck.
You just miss.
That's fine.
Alright. Ren, you watch as your not father, who is now a woman, tries to shoot the last living bandit who's running away and she missed. What do? He is 30 feet away from all of y'all.
I'm... Nothing I really can do, so I'm gonna do nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, just gonna like let that go, because... Traumatized by the reveal of the
Alright.
gasp in Spanish.
Alright. Top of the next round, we're already going to assume that the bandit has moved another 30 feet, so he's now 60 feet away from y'all. He is actually dashed this time.
Wait,
So Huh?
does he get another move before we get moves?
He's going to get another move once we go through.
Oh, okay.
And he is going to dash once it gets to his turn, just to
But
let y'all know.
he hasn't done it yet?
He hasn't done it yet.
Okay, because that just,
Alright.
it affects my range.
Oh.
New weapon.
But first is Ace.
So this guy's dashing?
Yeah, he's going to dash on his turn. He's
Okay.
currently 30 feet away from y'all.
30 feet?
Yes.
Alright, I'll use my full speed and grapple him.
Alright, time to make an opposing strength check.
And that's what? Strength?
Yes.
$12.
I rolled a 16.
Damn.
So he just slips out of your hands.
So pretty fucker.
Alright, Talos. Both Ace and the guy are 30 feet away from y'all. Ace just attempted to grapple him, but he slipped out of his grip.
Kitsune, don't judge me for thinking about it. Is it possible to javelin non-lethally?
No.
Okay, that's a good thing to know. What is my movement?
I will just say this now. With ranged attacks, it is little to no chance of hitting non-lethally.
That is fair.
I would say you would have to call your shot.
Mm.
Yes, Anodyne?
I was just going to say, with the boomerang, could I
With
do
the
it?
boomerang, you have more of a chance.
Yeah.
But with piercing ranged objects,
Yeah.
it's because you have a blunt range object, you have more of a chance of knocking them out. But for piercing ranged objects, no.
Bonk.
Yeah.
So I am also going to run after him and attempt to tackle him down.
What is your movement speed?
30.
Okay. So yeah, opposing strength checks again.
23.
I rolled a 17.
That is a 23 total.
I rolled a 17.
So I grapple.
Yeah, you have him grappled. Anodyne. You get advantage because he is grappled.
Also, is anyone else injured? And I'll ask that out loud.
So very injured.
I rolled a 19, and then I rolled a 20. Natural 20.
You knock him the fuck out.
Bonk. Long distance bonk.
He is knocked out. You don't even have to roll damage. He is knocked out.
Okay. Yes.
Like, as soon as you grab him, Talos, a boomerang whacks him in the head, and he goes limp in your arms. He's still alive, but he's zooted.
Yeah. I'll walk over and just pick up the boomerang.
Also, Tahirih is still very hurt.
Tahirih is
Yes.
hurt?
Yeah, she only got 10 health back.
Oh, yeah. Then healing word. Because it's a bonus action.
My god.
+6.
Oh, cool. I'm almost back up to full. Level 2. Are we out of combat?
You guys are now out of combat, and you have 4 unconscious red brands in your possession.
Around this tavern, are there any barrels?
Oh, no.
There are several empty ale barrels on the porch of the tavern.
So they are empty?
Yes.
Oh,
I would like to roll one of them over to the first guy, open it, and like try to shove his head in. And hopefully everyone else will pick up on the fact that I'm trying to hide him in the barrel.
No, I can pick up what she's putting down. I'm gonna just go along with it.
This is tiny little
But,
halfling scoop up
But
his-
Tahirih, I will need you to roll me a strength check to try to roll the barrel.
That'll go great.
Because even though they're empty, they're still pretty heavy. Okay, you actually managed to roll it off of the porch, and you're able to get it open. But in the process of getting a body put in, you would need Ren's help.
Yeah, I'm just.
Do I need to do a strength roll?
No, since it's 2 of you
Okay.
putting your body into a barrel, y'all are good.
I just pick up from the back and just slide.
And I just do this with all of them?
Yeah, okay, I guess that's what we're doing.
Ace is gonna hold on to one of them.
I would like to take their coin purses if they have them.
Oh,
It does not say that they have anything on them.
No wonder they're.
However, I will say each of them has a coin purse with 20 gold pieces in it each.
Okay.
So that is 4 pouches, so 80 gold pieces total.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's
And 80 divided by 5 is
18. No.
16?
Yes, 16. Sorry.
Is it? I don't.
Yeah, no, it's 16 because 2 minus 18 would be 90. So yeah.
So nothing to math. I'm a cleric, not a mathematician.
so Ace is trying to hold on to one of them outside of the barrels?
Yes.
Alright, Tahirih will put it up, like, bring one of the barrels over and hold it up and be like, take him in.
Let's get some answers out of him first.
I'm gonna
no,
give
we're taking them with us. All of them.
Wait. Okay. I didn't know we were doing that. Okay.
I'll
How?
start handing 16
If
gold.
we carry unconscious people through town, they might get mad. But if we're rolling barrels,
She has a point. I can't believe I'm saying this, but she has a point, Ace.
Ren.
Surprisingly logical.
Yep, thank you.
Tahirih. Gold.
Ace is looking at this guy like, is it a blue moon or something?
Gold. Talos. told.
No, but you guys have spent most of your day out about walking and shopping. It's now closer to evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And luckily, since nobody likes to really be around this side of town, nobody's watching you.
But if we bring
Ace
them
is
back
just-
into town,
Ace is just gonna tie up his guy up to make sure he's secure, and then put him in the barrel.
Yes! Put the lid on. Knock
I
it
can't
over.
believe I'm doing this.
for the
I can't
record,
knock it over. Wolf will help me.
I was about to say, for the record, I think Tahirih should not be pushing a barrel, because if we have to go uphill at any point, I feel the barrel's gonna run her over.
And with
Not wrong.
and Bob and I are trying to push a barrel, and it is not going well.
Alright, so you have 2 bandits and 2 barrels. You still have 2 more. And one that Talos is carrying that is very unconscious and has a bruise forming on his head from a boomerang.
You want a barrel for him? I can get one.
Talos just kind of slings him over his shoulder. I'll be fine.
No, that's what the barrels are for.
I can't do this with a barrel.
Maybe we should just put him on the porch with a note.
I honestly think Anodyne, they're
Talos
not.
looks over at the porch, kind of tilts his head. He kind of walks over, sits the guy on the porch, finds like, I don't know, like a discarded like mug, puts it in his hand, puts it down, and makes it like tilts his head back, makes it he just passed out.
Weekend at Bernie's!
Roll me a performance check.
Can I
Because you're
assist?
setting it up. Yeah, you get advantage on a performance check because you're trying to make it look like that he is drunk. I say this is not deception, that this is performance because you have to set up the scene.
I also love that we just had a tussle and like no one from inside the bar has like come out to be like, what's all the commotion?
I'm betting it's only because they assumed we just got our asses kicked.
Oh, probably.
What did you roll, Talos?
21.
21.
I must ask, how the fuck are you rolling so well tonight?
Well, I rolled a 16, and I think because of the way I did my the Warforged specialization thing, he has a +5 to performance. That's what I originally put for some fucking reason. So I got a +5. But I rolled a 16. It's on there.
I can't see your screen. It's fine. All right, you successfully dress and look like a drunkard.
Yay.
All right, we got 1 more unconscious body.
Good job, Talos.
Anodyne, you mind helping put this one in the barrel?
Yeah, I'm starting to roll over another barrel in case anyone wants to stop me.
No, we're in for a penny. Must be in for the pound.
Okay. I'll help.
That was easier than I thought. Put the body in the barrel and help Tahirih cover it up. And I'm going to assume... Oh, shit, Ace has vanished. Never mind. Talos, do you want to help move the barrels wherever Tahiri's planning on taking them? Muted.
Oh, I'm using time. I can do that.
Alright. Ren's gonna get 1 barrel, and you can figure out what Talos has. Would I do a strength check to move it? Because there's a body now?
Yes,
Okay.
it will be a strength check to try to roll the barrels. Actually, what is your push, pull, drag weight? That is, if you check weight in your equipment,
Yes.
it lets you know how much you can push, pull, or drag.
Push. I can push. Well, apparently I'm a bodybuilder because I can do 480 pounds.
I can do 360.
Wait, where do you see that?
You click on the
Under
weight.
encumbrance.
All right. Because I'm assuming each of these guys is 200 pounds,
Mhm.
and the barrel is 50 pounds.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, 250. You guys are all actually able to easily push these barrels.
Oh, okay.
I will say, if you go uphill, that's when you would need to make a strength check.
Okay.
My push, drag, or lift is 540.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What is the road made out of? Is it dirt or is it stone or is it?
The part of town that you're in, the road is more like really packed down, worn dirt.
Okay.
That's actually what the roads are all throughout Phandelver.
Oh, okay.
All right. Tahirih, where do you want these bodies taken?
Well, if anyone asks Tahirih, she'll say, well, we do know one place where nobody's gonna be.
I'm just following Tahiri, and I'm smiling because I did good.
I can't. No. I knew where she's going. I'm like, okay. We're doing this. Going to the carpenter's house, I guess.
Oh my god.
For what it's worth, Ren,
Yeah.
I've only been a cleric for a very short time.
Oh, it's not. It's just more the. Well, you've seen Tahiri so far. Seeing people get on board is surprising.
Yeah. I mean, it's never a dull moment around for that little one.
Right?
I don't know what that means.
This is surprisingly logical.
She has her
What I
moments. We're moving bodies. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I feel like I should be insulted.
I'm saying that every moment with you is a joy,
Okay.
if not another unexpected emotion.
Okay.
All right. So, as you guys start rolling the barrels back to the carpenter's house, the one place I never have prepped for y'all, because it's not a place you can visit in town.
Is the Lorax?
We are going to take a break.
Okay.
We're gonna take a snack break.
Don't worry.
I'm just letting y'all know, y'all can't enter the house.
I didn't think we were gonna. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, I thought we would just like go in, but only use it as like a no one can see us in here, not like any sort of searching around or trying
The neighbors are gonna be suspicious. And if you enter the house, they will alert the town master.
Don't be suspicious.
Yeah.
We could.
I'm just letting y'all know.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna run a quickie.
This stream brought to you by Trojans.
Oh my god, please use a Trojan during this quarantine. We do not need pandemic babies.
No quarantines
not.
in 15 years, please.
We do not need to take life away, and we do not need to add life to the world.
Alright, we're gonna take a quick break real quick. We'll be right back, everyone.
Why do I feel like at some point in time, Ren or Anodyne uses that sound on Tahirih?
Which sound?
Don't add to the population. Subtract from the population.
I'm ending up in jail.
If you wind up in jail, establish dominance quickly.
Yeah, Anodyne's a neutral good, not lawful good. So, you know, as long as we're on the side of like doing right, it's all good.
Define right.
Well,
Exactly.
Like this right? Or
we just
like.
stab out of people who are trying to mug an old man. I'm okay with that.
It's sad that I couldn't have acted before to hear because I was gonna be like, oh my god, my dad, my sister, my mother, what is this? my person, what is this?
At this point, we might as well embrace the chaos. This is the way.
Oh, I fought other impulses along the way, so it could be way worse.
This is the way.
We're gonna do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope we get away with it. All the doo-dah.
Do-do-da day.
Good fucking luck.
This is why I remember why I should not be a DM, because I break too easily.
The question is, though,
Or I somehow always recruit players that know they can break me.
for
We're not even trying.
for informational purposes, are you at least finding it hilarious? If you were watching and
I
not being the DM? Okay. As long as you're getting some
Yeah,
entertainment.
if I was just watching and not being the DM, I find it hilarious. The technical DM side of me wants to strangle you all.
I can respect that, and I own that.
Yeah, beat.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys
I mean,
think? If,
I mean, I haven't done anything.
Yeah, but you have that cute cat.
Exactly, I'm innocent. Look at this cutie.
What a fluff and fluff.
Mm-hmm.
Beep beep.
Oh, like all I heard was meow, meow, meow.
Piper.
I love the markings on Piper. They're so cute.
Calico cat.
Nope. Sorry,
Like,
Dad.
fuck you, Dad.
That was a very strong. My union break has not ended. I am not entertaining tonight.
Pardon me, I was napping, sir.
All right.
Good day. Oh, damn it. Palm oil in these.
Why did a 15-year-old comment on something I commented on TikTok but gave themselves the username cumslut?
Back in my
Teenagers.
back
Can we
in my
please,
day,
like,
teens
stop?
weren't like that.
Where's my lighter?
No.
Although, to be fair, when I was 15, my handle and aim was eroticpunk17. So, yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't cum slut.
I mean, it may as well have been.
If anybody needs any further explanation of who Tahirih is,
Oh my gods. Sun nuggets, solar babies, la uva loca, California's finest, all for you to smoke on. Oh, I like your funny words, Magic Man. Oh my goodness.
I love that audio way too much.
me
Hi there,
too.
sir. Here's your food.
Then again, I like all of JFK in Clone High because oh my god, he was just so much better than he could have been.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh man.
I am hoping this is...
I just want to make stars, but I have to DM. Damn it.
I shall DM the stars.
That moment, if we were not through a pandemic and we were all doing this in person, you could be like, okay, your next objective in the game.
I could.
You could tell us all to make stars
Star.
in game.
Yeah.
Just hand us paper like, your new task.
I'm just like, I have 500 stars I want to make by tomorrow. Y'all are gonna help me.
You can only stop to roll. Multitask, you bitches.
Yeah.
And when we
Multitask, motherfuckers.
and when we break you, you just flick stars at our heads like stop it.
No. If we...
No, I was gonna make these. I was gonna make these a homebrew item in this game, but I feel like y'all don't deserve them.
1 XP.
They were gonna work as luck points.
Ooh, that's
You
kinda
can you can get a pouch of stars, but you can only use 3 stars a day, and it has a certain amount of stars. And once they're used, they're used.
That's actually really cool. I like that.
Yeah. They cost a fuck ton though.
Well, yeah. But no, I could see it if you were doing that to us, making us make them for you. You'd be like, oh, you broke me? Guess what? This one who didn't break me, you get less. You suddenly have more in your pile. Get to work.
Yeah.
You wanna fuck with me? You get more stars to make, bitch.
Yeah, then once again, this is why I should not be a DM, because I have cruel and unusual punishment.
I find it quite fair. You fuck around, you find out.
I say fuck around and find out a lot for a person who hates confrontation.
Being around Sarah as much as you have, it just the Philly rubbed off.
Yeah.
You look so offended.
Shots fired.
No fucking it is.
I resemble that remark.
Oh my goodness.
I feel bad because I need to chat with Sarah more and I'm bad at talking. Usually the only time I pop up is just like something to ask about one of the campaigns. I'm like, I'm a horrible best friend.
Some people just aren't clingy. Doesn't make you bad.
Also an ADHD thing.
Yeah. It really is. Both of us have ADHD, so our friendship is just chaos.
Yep.
We'll go like a month without talking, and then suddenly I'm talking her ear off about GKC for 3 fucking hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ADHD for you.
Yeah.
I do it to everybody all the time.
Yeah. No, she fucking spammed me like a new product she wanted to add to Society 6 for like a good hour straight.
I did?
Yeah, you did, I think. Like you were like, I need help putting up products, choose something. You sent me like photos and stuff. I was just like, that one.
It was like, I had a couple times where it was like 3 very similar photos.
I was just like, they're all the same.
I'm like, no, they are slightly different.
Yeah.
Look closely. It is 2 millimeters to the left.
It's like, oh my god, you're a photographer.
Welcome to my life. I literally had a photo session with my cousin. I took over 500 photos, and just over 100 made the cut.
Thank God everything's digital now.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine how much that would be costing if it was film?
Yeah, going to a red room to print everything.
There's a very common saying when it comes to cameras. Digital photography has changed so much. It went from you take 32 photos and you like 7 to you take 500 photos and you like 7.
And thankfully it costs so much less in the long run.
I mean, that's all photography is.
Yeah. Alrighty. Are we ready to dive back in for the next hour or so?
Ready?
Alright. You guys, roll the barrels down to the carpenter's house. Where are you rolling into exactly in the carpenter's estate? Because you cannot enter the building.
The backyard.
Tahirih, what did you want to do?
If Ren says that, right, that's we're just gonna, because she was sitting there like trying to turn the doorknob, and just hearing click 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 click.
To hear it, there's more space in the backyard. Plus,
Okay.
we're closer to trees, so we won't be as seen as much, I'm hoping.
Oh, I'm just remembering, only Anodyne and Talos have met the Lorax.
What
This is
does
true, we were
that
off.
look like?
Huh?
It is the Lorax. I speak for the LGBTs.
If I remember right, it's
I
just...
love that video so much.
Isn't it 2 trees, then like a little further back there's like a forest?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have 2 trees in their backyard, and then around like 30 to 60 feet away, there's a forest.
So yeah, we can use the tree line to cover our totally legitimate concept of which, is totally legal and not questionable in any way.
I mean, there's technically no law in this town, but that is besides the point.
Yes.
So we're taking them into the trees.
Near the... We'll get there. We'll start near the trees.
Because we can just like tie them to the trees.
You have a point.
She starts
She's a lot
rolling
of-
her barrel into the tree line.
And I'm just guesstimating the tree line's like 60 feet away. It could be farther away, but either way, no one in town's gonna
Yeah.
see y'all.
Someone's looking out their window going, what the hell are those weirdos doing?
No, it's that from the show. Abner, those newbies are doing weird shit again.
Okay, as you're walking, there is one old drunken geezer out on the road just kind of watching y'all and then just shaking his head like,
Evening.
Darn travelers. Mhm.
Fucking
I am a cleric.
travelers.
My mind just heard
Put it in a
fucking
barrel.
tourists.
Fucking tourists.
As someone who's lived in tourist towns, you're just like, I don't. You know what? I'm not even questioning it anymore. Fucking tourist.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna line them up near the trees. I'm assuming we're taking them out one by one, Tahirih, or just one at, or are we taking them all together?
Well, I was just gonna pop open my bottle and my barrel and like try to shove the guy against a tree and tie him up,
Okay, so I guess that's the plan.
like in the tree line, so we can't be seen.
I'm going with, I guess we're going with the flow. Yeah. Ren rolls his barrel towards the tree and follows suit.
Okay. So we have 2 guys getting tied up to trees. What about the third one?
Pop. I will try to tie him to the tree.
Alright. I'm gonna say you guys, since they're unconscious, you successfully tie them to the trees. A few minutes pass by before they all start to stir awake.
I've gagged my guy, by the way, and I'm going through his pockets.
Well, Anodyne already lifted the coin purse off of him.
Yeah, I was just going through his pockets. I'm aware that I'm probably not gonna find anything.
You find a bottle cap.
You his right shoe.
Some coupon to a place called Wawa.
That's not mine! I want that! Tell me it's for free coffee!
No, it's for 10% off.
It's for 10% off.
10% off Hoagie Fest, but Hoagie Fest like 2 years ago. Everyone's like, I don't understand why you still have this.
But it is still good.
His mother gave it to him. That's all he has left of her.
It's in my pocket now.
Oh no.
I am adding to my inventory 1 Wawa coupon.
You get the idea, you'll only find this Wawa in Waterdeep.
Wow, watery.
My next tourist destination.
Waterdeep.
I'm adding it to my notes. Find the Wawa in Waterdeep.
I can't believe you're taking this seriously.
Okay, but to be fair, last time you gave them the Lorax, so like...
Because I was pissed off.
But you just asked a girl from Pennsylvania, told a girl from Pennsylvania that she's found a coupon to Wawa.
It's like
Come
telling
on.
it's like telling me from Mass that I found something from Dunks. Yeah, sorry, taking the Dunkin' Donuts.
That's fair.
Rogue. The world runs on Duncan.
There are the weirdos in the northeastern part who are all about sheets, and the rest of us are human and like Wawa.
I'm a Starbucks girl, so
That's fair.
I work Starbucks, so yeah.
None of y'all have experienced the wonder that is Wawa.
As they wake up, are they?
Tahirih's is gagged,
Yeah.
for sure.
Are
If you
they?
guys want to gag the other ones, it's up to y'all.
We probably should. Seems like a good idea. Yes.
Yeah,
Alright.
that sounds
Keep
reasonable.
one of them ungagged.
No. We gag them from now. We take the gags out when we ask them questions.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Smart.
The last thing we need is them not gagged and start screaming in the middle of the woods. Oh wait, I actually might scare the town. No. Just gag them all.
Alright, what else were you asking? Ren?
Are they like aware where they are, or are they doing that like something's amiss and they're trying to figure out what's going on?
I'll answer that in just a moment. Yes, Tahirih?
I would like to make sure I'm wearing my monocle and my hat, and I have disguised self to give myself a handlebar mustache. That's the only thing that's changed.
Okay.
I feel like this needs to be
Fair.
established now.
They are very confused when they wake up. They have no idea where they are, Kitsune.
And I am pacing with my hands behind my back, all professional and shit.
I can't
I just
imagine.
look around.
Do
They
they
try
have
to pull at their binds, but it doesn't work. I see you messing with that cat's tail. If she bites you, it's your fault.
She's a love bug.
I love that cat.
And Peeper.
All right. You guys have 3 prisoners.
Okay, I'm gonna regret this.
God damn it, Sarah.
I'm gonna sit on one of the barrels and just sort of like toss my.
Are you sitting on the open side or the unopened side of the barrel? I must ask.
I flip it to the side that's closed, or I put the lid back on it.
I'm sorry, I had to ask.
No, that.
It's a fair question.
What end of the barrel? It's an excellent question. That would have been fucking hilarious.
Not people don't usually think about what end of the barrel they sit on, so
So once you fall in, you're kind of stuck.
yeah.
Like, ah.
All right, continue, everyone.
Oh, what time of day is it?
It's early evening, so the sun is just beginning to set.
Okay. I'll prepare a light cantrip if it gets dark enough that we need it.
Okay. They're waking up. They are delirious and confused, and they're looking around frantically.
You tell us everything you know about the death of the carpenter and the disappearance of his wife and children.
Ren lowers the gag, but keeps his hand near the guy just in case he needs to cover his mouth again. While trying so hard not to
What the fuck
laugh.
is wrong with you people? The fuck is wrong with you people?
You
Nothing,
did,
there's a mystery.
for the record, you did strike us first.
I got stabbed.
You fucking deserved it for being a little shit.
Oh, you think she's being a shit now? You should have saw her before. She was. You got the nice version.
So why did you kill the carpenter?
I'm not fucking telling you anything.
I will pimp slap you.
I'll do it later. I promise I'll do it later.
I need that as one of the gifts.
Hold on. Hold on. I need to know, was Tahirih straight-faced and just deadpan as, like, serious as hell, or did she go full, like, weird voice?
The look that I had before I broke was the actual confession.
I will pimp slap you.
And then I broke myself and I'm sorry.
Tahirih, just so you know, I don't have any healing spells for that burn.
Oh my god!
It came to my head, I'm sorry.
1d10 lethal psychic damage.
I took myself out, thank you.
Thank you.
That's not even worth a Tarask roll. That was amazing.
Oh,
But I'm curious if it was. No, you're safe. You're safe. Oh my fuck. He just, when you say that, he just rolls his eyes at you, Tahirih.
He rolls his eyes at me.
Yeah.
May I please attempt to pimp slap him?
Roll me an unarmed strike with advantage since he is tied up.
19 on the dice.
Roll me damage.
Well, unarmed strike is just 2 points of damage.
Yeah, he just woke up. So he was at 1 hit point.
Oh.
You knock him out with that pimp slap.
Oops. I'll turn to the next guy and just go, you! Tell us all about the carpenter and his wife and children.
Roll an intimidation check with advantage because you just pimp slapped his fucking buddy to unconsciousness.
Soul out of its brain.
Gonna, while she's rolling, I'm gonna pull down the gag and be
shit.
like, just so you know, this is her on a good day, and you saw what she just did to your friend.
13.
Unfortunately, I rolled a 17 on insight, so. I'm not fucking telling you anything! Roll me just another intimidation. Try again. God! Why am I rolling so high? What'd you get? Okay, I rolled a 17. You win this time. Okay. Just please, for the love of God, don't hit me. Alright. What do you want to know?
Speak, peasant.
What do you want to fucking know?
Why'd you kill him?
He fucking spoke up against us, that's why!
Where's the wife?
They're somewhere at the hideout.
Where's the children?
They're somewhere at the hideout, I swear to God. Please don't hit me.
Where's the hideout?
It's up there! He nods into the... As he was finally able to get his bearings, he nods in the direction of the manor.
Maybe we should just put him out of his misery.
No.
Oh God, please, no!
Okay.
So, are you gonna let me go?
Well, tell us more about the hideout.
Well, the hideout's up at Tressendar Manor. You want to be, careful about the lower part of the complex. It's guarded by a hideous eye monster.
A hideous monster?
An eye monster.
Do I have any idea?
Like eyeball. Like eyeball. Hold on, let me look up something real quick. Then I'll have you roll a check.
Ren is
Oh,
getting a
fuck,
feeling.
it's that thing. Okay. Yeah, roll me a history check.
I think I know what it is.
Oh, so do I, but I'm trying not to metagame.
Because you can fucking see the image.
No, I have a feeling that I'm not gonna like it. I didn't see the image.
I rolled a 3.
You have no fucking clue. There are all sorts of eye monsters in this world. So gonna be a number of things.
Can I roll for intelligence or history or something?
Yeah, roll me a history check. To think of, like, what eye monster they could possibly be talking about.
Alright. I got a 15.
Alright. You have a broader knowledge of, like, different types of monsters that are known for their eyes. But the two that hit you are Beholders and Nothics.
Okay. Either a beholder or a Nothics.
How the
You know
hell?
what that means?
Ren's just gonna look at the petrified, crying one. How the hell did your gang get one of those?
I don't know. Run by this wizard. He's known as Glassstaff.
Anything else we should know about Glassstaff?
He has a staff made of glass.
He
That's
was
what it says in the book.
No. Just, no, Ren's having a moment of like, thank you, Captain Obvious.
having a real. He's real creative with that name, huh?
Part of me has a feeling they gave him that name.
Maybe.
Nope. No one really knows his real name. The Black Spider knows his real name, but nobody else does.
Who's the black spider?
They're the one that hired us to intimidate the locals. And to fucking rob you guys. Why do you think no other adventurers have been through Phandelver?
Because it's a shithole?
What should we do with these other two?
Well, one's unconscious, so.
The other one is kind of panicking and trying to undo his bindings, but he's failing.
Talos just slowly turns his head towards him.
He stops.
He just takes it like, don't. I don't want to chase you.
So why the wife and kids though? Is it a sex thing?
Tahirih, you are too young to know about these. Wait, are you too young to know about these things?
She's a teenager.
I don't fucking know why they kept him captive.
Tahirih, I think we got what we need. For now. I suggest we could either A, put them back in the barrels for the night, let them think, or leave them tied to the tree, and we figure out to do them in the morning.
While Ren is talking, I am digging through my bag
Oh no.
to pull out some of my charcoal
Oh, wait.
for my book.
Oh, okay. I got really nervous.
And I'm going to start drawing on their faces.
Hello, Julie Buff.
What do you draw?
Well, one of them I give a curly Q mustache, and I write dumb on his forehead.
Okay, for the record, Talos will absolutely hold you up so that you can get on. You can do this properly.
Oh shit, I imagine she's rolled a barrel up and propped it up and it's like sitting on it.
Okay, that works too.
And she rolls it over and you ever go to one of those face painting booths and you've seen like the Spider-Man masks?
Yeah.
She does that.
As you do this to you hear a deep chuckle in the back of your mind.
And then she takes it and rolls it to the last guy and props it up. And is this one of the ones who's awake? Or is it-
Yeah.
What would you like?
He is currently gagged.
She doesn't care. She still asks and she's waiting.
I think he wants a
I
piece
think
of
I did
poo
that.
drawn.
And I turn him into a kitty cat. My work here is done.
You know what? I'm gonna be a little adult here. Look to the one that we have ungagged. I'm gonna roll intimidation.
Roll me an intimidation check.
I'm now writing on a piece of paper, by the way, from my book.
Oh, thank God, the first nat 20 for
If
me.
you roll above a 4, you're good.
I got a nat 20.
Oh my god.
He's just gonna lean in quietly and be like, so, we're gonna leave you here overnight. If come morning we find out from the townspeople they've been hearing wailing and shouting and creepy things in the woods, yeah, we're gonna let her come back by herself and us not supervise her. We savvy?
She's
Savvy.
just sitting there with her book and just...
Pats him on the head and says, if we wake up and find out nothing happened, we might bring you breakfast.
I'm gonna rip out the paper.
Talos like, would you like pancakes?
Like pancakes.
Good man. Does a light little, good for you, tap on the cheek, and then just walks over to Tahirih.
Talos kind of looks over at Anodyne. I wonder if the small man with the mustache will visit them.
So Yuri's ripped out the piece of paper that she was writing on, and then goes and pins it to the front of his shirt. The guy who's in the middle.
Mm-hmm. The one who's knocked out.
Yeah. And it just said, hi, I killed the carpenter because I'm a dick.
Okay.
Hold on. Are the E's in that backwards? Because I picture Tahiri's writing as like lopsided and almost like a child's writing, or does she have actually?
She's not the most educated, but she does take her writing very seriously.
Okay.
Because of how she was taught how to read and write.
Okay. Because I'm like, I picture like a very childlike chicken scritch, but also like you can clearly see what it says.
Mm-hmm. My God.
I'm just gonna look at that and just be like, well, that might put a damper on the pancake option. Hopefully no one finds you by morning.
They just start crying.
I'm gonna walk over and pat one of them on the face. Just like, don't you dare fuck up these trees.
As you say that, Anodyne, you see a flash of orange deep within the trees.
Alice kind of like taps Anodyne like,
I'm a cleric of nature, you know? I respect nature, and humans are the worst.
You hear you hear the faintest chuckle of Danny DeVito.
So anyway, I stopped blasting.
Oh my God.
With that, Ren is done with the impromptu interrogation, I guess, and is gonna start heading back to the tavern.
Yeah, Tahiri's already walking away. She sent her note and she's left.
Ace is way ahead of you guys. He's already left. He's like, I'm done.
I'm pretty sure he started after the Pimp slap of doom. Like, alright, that's my job done.
Okay.
Yeah, Talos just follows along.
You guys are making your way back to the tavern?
Yes.
Alright. What all would you like to do for the rest of the evening?
Well, how long has it been since the interrogation started?
Say about half an hour.
Still has her mustache.
Oh God.
So we go back to the inn? Is that what
Yeah,
we're
that's
doing?
what we're doing. Go back to the tavern. And...
You head back to the Stonehill Inn. I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
Yes. When we get back, Ren's gonna go ask for dinner and chill out for a bit.
Okay.
And recover mentally from all that he just witnessed.
And I believe that we had meals ready for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm trying to pull up something, so
Yeah.
your stream might fuck up for just a little bit. Yep, it is. Haha, voice mod for the win.
Yay.
Come on.
Is it still acting up?
Hopefully it doesn't act up.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to move stuff around.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. There we go. Mic should still be working.
Yep.
Then I'm just adding something in to...
Remember those vibration microphones from the 90s?
Yeah.
That's all I'm getting.
Mm-hmm. That's what you're getting?
That's what I hear.
It reminds me of something else, but it's like on the tip of my brain.
Speak and spell?
That's a nightmare I don't want to relive.
Oh, I forgot I had the clown on. I'm sorry. That's why. I didn't mean to be that creepy. Do I sound normal now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The clown is for later. Okay.
I didn't know we jumped into Heckna. Fuck!
Okay.
It'd be really funny to randomly like insert some of that into this fucking campaign.
Oh my god. Please do not give me ideas.
There's both a wanted poster and a missing poster from Butcher. Just like, look, so these people want him dead. I need my idiot back. It's just his boss. Like, look, have you seen my idiot? He's carrying a giant meat cleaver. He is very hard to miss.
Yeah. Fucking Sephra is just like, where the fuck is that maniac?
Somewhere in the world, there is an accordion that if you play it, you are paralyzed for a minute.
Oh my god. Alright, so you guys are back at the tavern.
Yep.
What do y'all do for the evening?
Ren seeks out dinner and a table to eat at.
It is the second night in town, so that your dinner is still on the house.
He's just telling them to bring the food up to his room, and he's just gonna isolate and be like, "Nope, I'm done. I'm done with you for the rest of the night. I'm done."
Yeah.
I wonder what
Yeah,
the off to.
Ace, have dinner with us.
Yeah. The tavern owner's wife, Trilina, will bring a tray of food up to you, Ace, and she'll leave it outside your door and just give it a knock, just to let you know, your food's here. Alright.
Eat dinner with
And
us.
If they still put food in front of Talos, he'll kind of scoot it over toward Tahirih.
mhm.
He gives it to the wolf. She has her plate, he has
Yeah.
his plate.
Yeah, Tolbin finishes setting plates on the table. So, how was your day in the town?
Eventful.
Good. Very informative.
Are you trying to deceive Tolbin?
No, it was informative.
Okay.
I'm just being cryptic.
Okay. So just good. Aye.
Before he walks away, Ren is like, curiosity. The big manor up on the hill. Who lives there?
Oh, Tressidon Manor. Let me see if there's anything about it in here.
While he's doing that, Anodyne is sort of like sweeping the room with like just like a casual smile to see if anyone is eavesdropping.
No, it's more of a castle than a manor, but nobody's lived there for years.
Oh. 'Cause-
That means ghosts.
If that's what you believe in.
Wouldn't be fun otherwise.
It's just strange with how big it is, how small this town is. I'm just surprised that no one lives there, and or at least no one's gone up there to partake in using anything inside for the town.
No, fucking town master just holes himself up in his own home in town. Surprised that bastard hasn't decided to take over the manor.
Everyone says he's a dick. Why?
He doesn't really deal with the red brand here in town.
Quickly just throws his hand over Tahiri's mouth like, don't say anything.
So he's a crawler again.
I'm sorry, lass, what was that?
So he's a crawler again.
He's a coward.
You can say that again.
Wait, did you say Paladin?
Coward. The opposite of a paladin, a coward.
Not that it's any of our business. We're not locals. If something were to happen to him, who would take over?
Get the feeling Halia would probably start controlling the town. She's definitely got the power for it. Red Brand, don't mess with her.
I'm guessing she wouldn't be any better, though, would she?
I don't know. I think she'd be the one who would put a stop to these ruffians.
That's true.
Isn't she in like an assassin's guild or something?
That's just a rumor, lass. She's a tough woman, though.
We should ask her. Tahirih looks right at Ren as she says that.
Does she take
I
meetings?
I mean, she'll give out jobs to anyone who needs them.
Okay, well, at least we can...
She's just over at the miners' exchange.
We have to look at that into that tomorrow then, might be.
And of course, if the town master has this big, well, not big, he has this quest. For anyone who wants to take it, he has a quest board out on the town master hall.
Oh, quest, you say?
Howard does?
Yeah, seems so. We should look at that tomorrow, too.
It's for something that's outside of town.
Ah, interesting. Put that on the to-do list. Thank you, though. Also, the food is delicious. Thank you for it.
Thank you. The wife's cooking tonight.
Well, give her our best and compliments.
Thank her yourself. And Trilena does pass by the table to smile as she's refilling y'all's drinks.
Thank you.
The food is as exquisite as always. Well, even though it's been 2 days.
Oh, it's a pleasure, my dears.
Do you have hot chocolate?
Oh, yes, I have hot chocolate. Would you like a glass?
Yes, please.
Okay, I can go get that for you. And Trilena heads off to go make some hot chocolate.
Anodyne, how would you say about checking out that quest ad tomorrow? See what that is.
Hey, sounds good to me. You guys are a good company, and I think we all agree this will take us closer to finding our original
Job.
Yeah.
What about you,
Hey, Joe.
Talos?
I'm interested in helping the people. So I really...
Good. So I guess that settles it. Tomorrow we'll do that investigating. Hopefully Ace will be on board.
Are we what's the weather like right now?
It's clear.
Is it warm, cool?
You guys are very close to the mountains, so the air is a little. You are at the basin, so it is warmer, but at night it cools down
Ooh,
pretty good.
Nice.
Should we leave those guys outside all night? It might get a little cold.
Off table. What's his name left when he asked that?
Yeah, Tolvin
Okay.
has left to go back and do some work.
That moment of I just covered Tahirih's not to not have her be like spilling the beans in here. You are just asking.
I mean, he's a prick, so
Oh, they all are. All three of them. But
so leave him.
We did say if they're good, we'd let them go. And
yeah.
also they've been harassing the town. It's about time they got a little bit of retribution.
But we did, mess with their equilibrium and beat the crap out of them and then tie them to trees and threaten them and torture them a little bit and
I
Who
got
knows?
stabbed.
who knows what the Lorax is gonna do to them.
The Lorax?
Tahirih just like gestures to the bloodstains on her outfit that were previously hidden by disguised self and are just not now, and she's like,
You make a fair point, little one. Another round, please.
I'll get that to you.
Maybe
And
it's
Rin,
a round of
you're-
hot chocolate. Sorry.
Yeah. Rin, you ask about the Lorax.
Yeah, I just gonna look over at the what now?
Yeah, we told you about that. Talos and I saw a little thing with a mustache. Wasn't Tahirih.
With a large mustache.
I
He
thought
spoke to the trees for us.
Yeah, it's kind of like a tree spirit or something.
I thought you guys were kidding.
No.
what, did you
Yeah.
tell the story while Tahirih had run off into the town, never to be
Yeah, it was after Tahirih, like we were starting to tell you guys, and then what followed was scatter.
Right, that
You
did
weren't
happen.
paying any attention.
Fair
So
point.
Tahirih is just staring at you all very confused.
Out of curiosity, who here at the table thinks that Ace is a spy?
Don't think he's a spy. I think he's just a bit of a loner.
I mean, I get that.
Another mystery.
Tahirih.
They are a mystery.
I
Last
have
thing you need is
known.
that armored person just deciding to yeet you across town.
I mean, he's been helpful so far, and I think, as long as we don't piss him off, I'll continue to be an asset, but
Okay, I just realized I think for the last good minutes I accidentally turned desktop audio off. I am so sorry.
TLDR for the audience. Ace, we thought was a spy, but it's really not that bad. Tahirih's like a mystery, and yeah. Oh, we also
They discussed the Lorax as
Yes.
well.
The Lorax is real.
TLDR, they are at the tavern. Ace is upstairs eating his own dinner in his room. All right, can you hear them now, Void? Because it says the audio should be working now.
Test.
Just
Could be the delay.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
So TLDR, they are back at the tavern, discussing what they want to do the next day. They caught up with the tavern keep Tolbin and his wife Charlena. Ace is up in his room discussing, eating his food and being a loner because he's Sundari. Everyone else is discussing what they want to do the next day. They can go and check out the Miners' Exchange and learn more about Halia, or they can go to the Townmaster Hall tomorrow to meet with Townmaster Wester and see what quest he has that's out of town. And they've also been discussing the Lorax and just what else that they want to do.
Yeah.
All right.
But Anodyne, if it does bother you that they're out there, I won't stop you from going to give them blankets.
They did almost murder our littlest member.
They did.
If the Lady of Graves wishes to take them, they will be taken.
I mean, worst case scenario, we can lay on hands or heal them if they're approaching the void.
It's okay, I'm good at revenge.
Not wrong.
You're good at a lot of things, which is terrifying, but also exciting.
I mean, she did say she was a cleric, so it's good to have two clerics in the party.
I am!
Anodyne's gonna just look at you, smile, and just sort of shake us out a little bit.
No, but I am! My guy's just not a pussy and thinks everyone should be able to take care of themselves so that I don't heal anyone.
Not to mansplain, but you do know that that word is usually misused.
Wow. I think we just took a little collateral damage from that burn.
Well, we also have a paladin.
We do.
Just at Talos.
Speaking of, you worship, you said, the death god?
I am a follower of the Raven Queen.
That sounds uppity.
No, she sounds fierce. There's a few temples where I'm from.
Does she have a temple here?
Oh, the
I
closest
think they just have the
graveyard.
Ah.
town center.
Well,
My
hopefully...
future was strange, given what I am.
I admit, I haven't seen one of you before.
There were only two others when I awoke that I know of. I have not met another of my kind in some time.
That's quite a shame.
I'm not sure. The two that awoke with me attempted to kill me,
Well, that's just
but
unfortunate.
they were prevented. All I saw was a large barrier with a raven across the front.
That's one way to get someone's attention. Speaking of, you were stabbed as well. How are you feeling?
I will repair.
Good to know. Ren's just gonna like think and be like, nope, let it go.
Was my my healing magic? Did that help you?
Yes, it was effective.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure because it doesn't work for everybody.
Does that work?
It repaired the internal mechanisms. The cosmetic damage I will need to repair overnight.
It's not a mystery.
Incorrect.
Not one that warrants you rip him open to study.
Possibly correct.
I do not wish to disappoint, but the mysterious of my mechanisms is not currently within me. He kind of takes a scroll out of his pouch. This scroll was with me in my stasis chamber. It details what I believe are components of my finished body.
Do
I have
you
been traveling for some time trying to acquire them.
So when you get all the parts, will you become a living thing? Or, I mean, you're obviously living, but...
A real boy?
Tahirih started out by doing the grabby give me motion and is now just like leaning across the table like
I was trying really hard not to. Pinocchio,
He will hand over the scroll.
Sorry for the lack of delicacy, but I think that's what he was trying to reach at.
When you cast a spell called Wish.
Yeah,
It may turn you into a fish.
Kitsune, you get inspiration for that.
Yes!
And Anodyne, you get inspiration for starting it.
So the scroll is actually written in Draconic.
hold on. Nope.
That moment, if she knew Draconic, I would have been impressed.
Hold on. No.
Well
I know I do. It's why I came in.
Wait, actually, Draconic?
I have Eyes of the Runekeeper.
The what?
Yeah, Eyes of the Runekeeper?
I have Eyes of the Runekeeper. I can read everything.
I would
Tahirih just sits there and starts reading it.
insight check to see what the heck is happening with Tahirih.
Roll me an insight check.
Clerics don't have Eyes of the Runekeeper.
Tahirih, roll deception if you wish.
Why
Because you actually persuasion, because you firmly believe you're a cleric.
Yeah.
I didn't roll that high.
I rolled a 19. No,
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah, 19.
I rolled an 11. It's okay.
It's just like a light glow in the eyes as she's sitting there reading the Draconic Scroll and no one knows why.
Anodyne, you're like, that's suspicious, but
It's suspicious, but at that moment, that's when the drinks arrive, and that's...
yeah.
I wanted
Yeah.
to bet Ren doesn't even notice because he's busy just conversing and trying to not look at the child who's probably doing something he doesn't want to know about.
Yeah.
Just like, if I don't see her doing something bad, I can't be an adult and tell her no.
Yeah.
I only know Common, Dwarvish, and Elvish.
I know I said she's a teenager, but with how she's acting, I'm starting to wonder if she's younger. I mean, I know she's emotionally stunted, but come on.
My God.
So I haven't written out the entire scroll, but I will give you a summation. The title of it is Regalia of the Iron King, and it appears to be a description of several what are described as upgrades or components. The Draconic word is a bit strange. They're pieces of him, or what he was eventually supposed to be, that are in different places. So the one The first one, which is probably the one he is currently looking for, is called the Voice of the Emperor, which seems to be a what it's described as something close to a personality matrix. So it may be, if he finds it, he has more of a personality than Beep Boop Robot.
Wish I was told about this before we started the campaign.
It is in the list of things that I am compiling to send to you. I didn't expect someone to be able to read the scroll. That's why I haven't.
Still, I wish I was told about this before we started the campaign. That a list existed.
That is my bad. I am sorry.
But continue.
Brian is fascinated by the candle called Fascination.
So the Voice of the Emperor, did it say anything else on the list?
The rest of it is kind of like, doesn't make a lot of sense. It's not entirely legible. It may be that in order to read the rest, you need to find each one.
Oh.
So it will reveal more as it goes on.
Tahirih will look it over and go, "That's weird," and hand it back to you.
He'll like tuck it. He'll put it away. He's like, "Yes,
She's
I'm still
also
trying
going
to properly decipher it."
What were you gonna do?
She's gonna find a time where she can sneak away from the table
Oh God.
while you guys are talking.
You're gonna have to roll for stealth for that.
Well, the drinks did just show up, so we're probably enjoying those. That's probably your best time.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on the door, but aside from that, I'm not really paying too much attention.
Okay.
And Ren's just eating, so.
But I have a question for the DM.
Yeah.
So my background's noble, but I haven't decided on a city. Is it okay if I'm from Waterdeep?
Yeah, that's fine.
Does that help you, or?
Because that is the closest big city, aside from Neverwinter.
Okay.
But Waterdeep is like the city on the Sword Coast.
It's really up to you. I can be from wherever.
Yeah, you could definitely be from Waterdeep.
Cool.
Because it is a huge city.
And it's super corrupt, so it would make sense why I want to get away from my family.
Yeah. Not as corrupt as Baldur's Gate, but yeah.
True. Yeah.
Well, I rolled a natural 20.
Y'all would have to roll a nat 20 on perception if you're actively looking out for her. Otherwise, you guys would not have seen her sneak away.
It's a total of a 24.
The spirit of a red-headed wood elf just yoinks her into oblivion, and no one notices.
His stealth is fucking insane.
As well as his deception.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm not perceiving anything, so.
Mm.
No one sees.
We're giving her a bit of a wide berth here.
I am definitely really just like receiving the delicious cold frothy ale. And
Roberto doesn't even see you leave. He's too focused on his plate of food.
Yeah, I just rolled for Roberto and he only got a 16.
I'm also feeding him table scraps every now.
Yeah, Roberto is completely bribed by food.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Team mascot.
What are you doing, Tahirih?
Oh, I was sneaking up to Ace's room.
Do you bother to knock?
And jump up like, what?
None of us.
Do you bother to knock as you or are you trying to sneak in?
Yep.
Roll me a stealth again. And Ace, what is your passive perception?
Passive perception is
Because I assume you're not
thir-
keeping a lookout.
passive perception is a 13, but he does normally tend to lock the door after he's in.
Okay.
Oh. Should I roll sleight of hand?
Do you have thieves' tools on you?
I do.
Yeah, roll a sleight of hand to try and unlock the door, and then stealth.
7.
No. You start to try and work on the door, and you jiggle the door handle too much, and that catches Ace's attention.
It probably starts with jiggle. Ding, 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 ding.
Would Ace have an idea that it might be a chaotic little one that he knows?
Just roll me a general intelligence check.
I have my head down on the ground and I'm trying to peer under the door crack.
15.
Yeah, you would know it's Tahirih.
If there's enough gap, I grab the butt end of the spear and poke.
Roll me to hit. See if you hit her in the face.
All right. Well, let's see. That should just be a simple D20 because there's nothing else to that, and it's not going to be lethal. So.
All right.
That would be an 8.
I would not hit. I must bring out the hat of discipline for all of you.
Not bad.
Hey, road.
Dunk.
Let's road.
Go ahead.
So mysterious.
Let's keep it at that. Dunk.
Are you gonna continue to try and get into his room, Tahirih?
No. She'll leave. She'll go to the top of the stairs, I'm assuming,
Mm-hmm.
and just go, Roberto! Time.
Roberto will perk his head up at the sound of his name.
Go on, boy.
And he will leave the table and head up to Tahirih.
At this point, it's probably when you guys actually notice that she left. She's suddenly shouting from the top of the stairs.
Well, I didn't see her leave the building, so.
Yeah, Ren's just gonna be like, well, I'm not hearing any, like, crazed yelps or any kind of accusational pimp slap, so I think we're okay.
I don't smell smoke either, so.
We're good.
I'll have so much faith.
Talos will retrieve the dog's plate from the floor and put it on the table with Tahirih's, neatly stacking the dishes.
Okay.
Talos was raised to respect the waitstaff.
Yeah.
That's a good robot.
Yeah.
After that, when Ren's finished, he's gonna stack his plate on the pile as well, and then bid everyone a good night and head up to his room.
Okie dokie. Anything else anyone's wanting to do before retiring for the evening?
Yeah, Anodyne's gonna walk over to the tavern maid or tavern wife, whatever.
Yeah, Trilina, she is at the bar right now.
And I'll just I'll put down a couple of gold just for her helping us tonight.
Oh, well, thank you, dear.
Oh, it's my pleasure. The food was delicious.
I'm glad to be of service.
You know, we might need another day here, so let me just take care of that now too, if that's all right.
Certainly. Trying to remember. It was... I can't remember how many silver I charged y'all for a night each. Because it's like a modest tavern, so it's like 2 to 3 silver a night. per room.
I think it was 3.
I think it was 3 silver per person.
So that's 15.
Yeah, 15 silver.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, that sounds about right. Yeah,
Which
15.
is 1.5 gold. Okay, I'll just sort of slip like 8 gold.
Well, thank you, dear. Yes, this will definitely cover you for another day and a full day of meals as well.
Well, just the 3 is for you, and then the 5 is for the rooms. Just.
Okay. I'll make a note of that. Thank you again, dear.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate ya.
You have a great rest of your night.
Thank you kindly. If
Mhm.
if the red brands happen to show up here, just let us know as soon as you can.
Alrighty. Hopefully they don't.
'Cause
They
that's
usually
not
don't
this.
poke around this part of town, but
They may
we'll
bring
let you know.
just the off chance. So just wanted to give you a heads up.
Alrighty. Well, you have a great rest of your night.
Milady.
Mm-hmm.
Go out and then walk back up the stairs and go to bed.
Great.
Paige.
Yes.
Off note, I did send you a little bit of Ace's backstory. It's for approval.
Okay, let me read it real quick.
It hasn't been sent through yet, but
While you're pulling that up, just so you know, Tahirih doesn't sleep on the bed. She sleeps curled up in Wolf's like nook.
That's wholesome and precious and just adorable.
Douglas.
All right. And
Okay, that works, AJ. That backstory works.
awesome.
Anything else anyone wants to do for the evening?
Nope.
Just so you know, my backstory is in my character sheet. If you, but
Okay.
Talos will just go to his room and kind of take some tools and pick up Cassie and then power down for the night.
Okay. Your little moon flaps unfold for you to recharge from the moonlight.
Yep.
Anything else you want to do, Ren? Before you head to bed?
No, he's just gonna go right to sleep. Well,
Okay.
half elf. Do they sleep or do they meditate?
Half elves sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
Alright.
crashed.
Alright.
Long rest.
You guys are starting to drift off to sleep. And Tahirih, a voice appears for you.
Oh, folks. I see you've been investigating today.
I can't understand that at all.
Okay, let me switch to another voice.
Unfortunately, okay, can you hear this voice?
I can understand that.
I see you've been investigating today.
God?
Yes, it is me.
It's been a crazy day.
From what I can see.
Yep. So what's up?
Just checking in on you. Have you been spreading my name?
Not a lot of people seem to believe me. But I try. Doing what I can.
Don't worry about the doubters. Those who want to follow my name will believe you.
In my defense, we tried to inform a lot of the goblins, but they were all mean, so we had to kill them. But I'm still trying.
Those goblins are not a part of the bigger picture. They were not worth reasoning with.
Good to know.
That other cleric of yours, the human one, he's been asking questions.
Annie? Yeah.
He doesn't believe you're a cleric, does he?
Oh, weird.
Give him time and he will believe. doing well. Continue spreading the word. And I will be back for you soon.
Hey, what's up with Ace? Hello?
Roll a persuasion check.
Huh?
Persuasion.
Roll a persuasion check.
I just assumed at that point that was like the end of the conversation. Wait, into.
And I'm sorry, Ace, because you sent me backstory.
That's not gonna go very well anyway. That's only a 12.
Ace is a curious one.
I know.
I sense a lot of guilt in him.
That's sad.
A lot of mistakes he wishes he could change. Perhaps consoling him and bringing him into my light will bring him some peace.
Will do.
Once more, I will contact you again soon. Pleasant dreams.
Thank you.
And then the voice fades.
After maniacal laughter.
Sweet dreams. I love that. It's definitely in line with.
God,
All
dude.
right.
I promise, he's totally a god.
All right. We have like about, I'd say we have roughly half an hour left.
Okay.
We can long rest, and you guys can get started on the first half of the next day, if you wish. Or we can stop here now and then start fresh off on the first in the morning, because you guys have two places you know for sure you can go to. You can go to the Miners Exchange and talk to Halia, or you can go to the Townmaster Hall and speak with Harbin Wester.
Yes.
It is up to you guys. We can go another 30 minutes, or we could start again next Sunday.
We have the prisoners also.
Well,
You guys do have the three red brands that you tied up at the tree line.
I'm for either, but I can understand doing all that next week.
I'm flexible.
Yeah.
It is up to you guys. I'm sorry, it's just Nate looks like he's half asleep.
No, I get. I that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm very flexible.
Yeah.
I think we're at a good spot to wait for next game.
Okay.
Give us time to plan
Yeah.
and come to
Give you
grips
time,
with the
guys.
voice.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just have to remember every time I speak as Tahirih's god, I have to use Crazy Clown on voice mod.
Marking it down.
Alright, so we are going to end session here. And next Sunday we will pick up the next morning. And you guys have three options to choose from. Either go check in on your prisoners, head to Halia at the Miners Exchange, or go talk to the Townmaster. Alrighty. Wait a second, let me see if I can shut voice mod off and switch back to my regular mic. I will have to fix something real quick. All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
And then now the stream can hear me. Yay!
Excellent.
Unfortunately, every time I do voice mod, if I want to switch back to my Yeti, I will have to unplug the Yeti and plug it back in.
Ugh.
Yeah, because it defaults to voice mod when I do that. Alright, how did everybody enjoy tonight's session?
I mean,
And
Sarah kind of killed me a few times.
I'm sorry. I really don't know where this part of me exists that she
Alright.
could possibly come from.
I understand this is last minute, but I do have to grant inspiration for that. I will pimp slap you, so add an inspiration point to your character sheet.
Hey, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Just,
Excellent. We were.
Oh, Pika, you missed it. They did break me. 5 times.
Yeah. We were unforgiving.
I'm glad I asked about the javelin before I yeeted it, because that could have gone very badly.
Yeah.
Kind of expected it to.
Like, you just kept running further and further away. I'm like, yeet. But no.
so AJ, I apologize in advance for next session.
Boy.
I'm just, you
There
know.
was Jehovah's Witness at your door. It's not Jehovah. It's definitely not Jehovah.
Just gonna wake up and there's gonna be a tiny halfling at your door. Hi!
Have you heard the news?
This day, I woke up to her at my door. Ace's turn.
Everyone has to deal with Tahirih meeting them at their door. It's initiation.
Yeah.
This is the way.
This is the way.
If you knew her backstory, you would understand her abandonment issues. She makes it so you can't leave her behind. She's just there.
Also, someone is trying to say hi to one of our members in chat.
Oh.
Twitch.
Oh.
If I
Who's-
open Twitch now,
Who is Cockatoo?
Cockatoo?
Yeah.
Apparently I'm cockatoo because my hair is fluffy. Hi, Pika.
Yeah, I sent him a picture when his hair was kind of...
Oh.
Poofed.
It's not the first time, and it won't be the last time somebody refers to me as a cockatoo or a cockatiel or some bird with like a floof.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned to love it. It's all good.
This is fine.
Everything's on fire. This is fine.
This is fine. Me, every time I enter this game to DM, this is fine.
Okay, but to be fair,
Fine.
I really, and I mean really, was afraid that something might have been set on fire tonight. The fact that it didn't, I'm kind of proud of that.
No dead people.
Yeah, no one
missing
died.
Limbs. Nothing's on fire.
Technically, someone almost someone came very close to the die.
Well, that.
Yeah, if you had not knocked them out first with just the Morning Star, you would have killed them with that Searing Smite. And luckily, with only 1 point of Searing Smite, I was just like, okay, it's a 50-50 chance that kills them or not. If it had been more than 1 point, that would have killed them.
I feel like the toasty one is the one we left out. Like, what did you drink, man?
Yeah, the toasted one is the one that's left at the fucking bar.
It's just...
So we knocked a few people out, shoved them in ale barrels, and tied them to a few trees. I mean,
It's a Saturday night.
that's a normal day, right?
That's what friends do when they're bored, right? It's been a year since we've all socialized in person. That's what we do, right?
The thing.
I people up the trees and
I
interrogate
mean, I
them
have been
and
tied
pimp
to a
slap
tree
them.
by my friends before, or saran wrapped to a tree by some friends before. They didn't know I kept my keys on me, so I got free relatively. They tried to leave me behind. I got my keys on me. It's like,
Alright, before this turns illegal, I should probably shut off the live.
I really zoned out for that. Did you say that your friends tied you to a tree? I don't think they're your friends.
That's a story that chat should not be around for.
that's why I was waiting for it.
Oh no.
Alright. We are gonna head off for the night. Thank you guys for joining us for Lost Mines of Phandelver. Some of us will be back this Wednesday for D&D Talk / Rabbit Hole. Then, of course, episode 45 of GKC is next Friday. And then next Sunday, will be our last Phandelver session before Christmas,
Yes.
I believe. Because the Sunday after Christmas, the 27th, I'm going to be with family, so we will not have a session on the 27th. Just to let you all know. Gives you guys a week off from Phandelver to plot. Alright, so we're going to head off. Thank you all for stopping by. We love you all. We will see you next week. Okay, bye.
Bye.
You little shits.